All right, baby. Let's get down. And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the... Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting... And Greg, here we are, not yet halfway into the season. For players, has the wear and tear already set in?
It can. Sometimes it's the accumulation by the end of a season, but other times it's just a challenging stretch that can leave you reeling.
And always trying to find new ways to help his team, MP has zeroed in on winning his personal matchup each game.
At first, I was surprised that MP would come out and declare war on his individual matchups because basketball is such a team sport. But then you look under the hood and realize that there's a method to his madness. He knows which buttons to push to make himself and everyone else around him better.
Look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Johnson and Wembanyama make up the 4 and the 5. Josh Giddey is out there with Castle. And it's Vassell in at the 3. And here is Ingram, coming off a solid outing against Miami. Toronto working the ball around now. Barnes finds Ingram. Here's Thunder, defended by Wembanyama. Ingram wide open, nails the wide open jump shot.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Vassell. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Here's Thunder, following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Here's Castle. Misses the layup. Dick passes to Thunder. Barnes outside. Misses the 3. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. When you think about Scotty Barnes, Doris, it's amazing how good he already is.
Kev, it's remarkable that he can affect almost every aspect of the game at a high level, meaning he can guard the opponent's best player, but he can also fill up the box score on the offensive end. Points, assists, rebounds, he can do it all. This isn't the focus of Scotty Barnes' game, but you wonder how proficient he becomes from deep.
Giddey, no good. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And the basket by Thunder.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Raptors are gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Dick. And again, it's Toronto converting.
So much balance when Dick's in the air, always able to square his chest and make a confident stroke.
And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Atlanta, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And seeing where the Raptors are, they know they're up against some fierce competition, but they believe in themselves and believe that they belong in the top spot.
Raptors leading by 3. He takes it in.
When you have vision at the forward spot, it always opens up and elevates a team. Scotty Barnes passing on display.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. The Spurs shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. There's the screen. Vassell wide open. Drills it from outside. Vassell's got 6.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Thunder. Out to Ingram. Barnes outside. 5 to shoot. Barnes screen on Giddey. And it's Thunder missing. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Spurs. Trailing by 2. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
For 3, Ingram. Rebound by Johnson.
I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
And you could see that coming, right? Wembanyama taking on contact, getting the better end of that deal.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Here's Thunder. He had 13 points in the win against Miami. Nobody near Barnes. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Giddey finds Wembanyama. Off target from outside. Raptors trail by 3. Here's Thunder. Got a piece of it. Barnes against Vassell. Back to Giddey. Takes a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. 6 points for him.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Jerome, he's checked in for the Spurs. And here's Ingram from the arc. San Antonio leading by 6. And the foul called on Thunder. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against the Heat made some terrific plays. He scored 13 points, and as impressive as he was scoring it, he was just as good at the defensive end. And it was important for them to break that losing streak. He was a big reason why they were able to do it. Kevin?
All right, David. Great. We'll see if tonight follows suit. I'm sure he's looking forward to the challenge.
I think he'll be ready. He's in a groove. The confidence is insane. Boy, it's a good place to be.
No doubt. He is locked in, seems so comfortable with where his game is at. Boy, has he been fun to watch.
And it's Thunder missing.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Here's Castle. From outside, off the mark. Raptors trail by 6. Down low. On the wing, Barnes. Here's Thunder. Offline with his 3. The Spurs have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Toronto working the ball around now. Dick, that's good.
And whenever Dick is getting a pass, if he has any chance to get off a clean jumper, you know it's going up.
Now here's Giddey. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers. Jerome, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Mobo. Here's Thunder. Barnes looking around. And the foul called on Josh Giddey. That is his first foul of the game. It's checked in for Grady Dick. And San Antonio also making a switch. Robinson's checked in. Here's Thunder. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
So it's the Spurs now. After Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep, here's Wembanyama. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Right wing. It's Ingram on the wing. Defended by Wembanyama. The kick out to Barnes. Clock at 6. The 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer. And the Spurs lead by 3.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Pass to Mobo. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
2 minutes left, 8 to finish.
Poked away. It's stolen by Barrett. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. Thunder passes to Barrett. Sinks the three-pointer.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And San Antonio shooting at around 44% in the early goings here. Here's Wembanyama for 3. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. Pass to Thunder. To the paint. Here's Mobo. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Here's Castle. Bobbed up there for Robinson. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Guys, he's such a big target. On the alley-oop, throw it up. Mr. Robinson, the only one in the building who can catch it and finish.
Here's Thunder. And a miss there on the triple.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Walter, he's checked in for Toronto. Then for the Spurs. There it comes in for Victor Wembanyama. And Josh Giddey's subbed in for Johnson. Here's Castle. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Giddey, a putback, and Robinson is right there.
Well, this is where Mitchell Robinson can make his impact on the offensive end. Get the putback with that verticality.
Here's Barnes. Oh, and the dunk by Barnes.
All right, Scotty Barnes showing us you want to be in the dunk contest, young sir.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
And going up against the team that broke their hearts a season ago in the finals.
San Antonio foul.
Here's Thunder. Pass to Dick. And the Raptors miss again. Spurs leading by 5. They've got Dick. Ingram is out there with R.J. Barrett. And it's Thunder. And it's Mobo in at center. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's Ingram. After the basket by San Antonio. Ingram a screen on Giddey. Back to Ingram. Now Dick. It's Ingram on the wing. Shot clock at 6. There's a good screen. Robinson with the block.
Now, no easy buckets with Mitchell Robinson in the vicinity. Sends that back with authority.
San Antonio making a switch here. Castle's checked in. San Antonio's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Pass to Jerome. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Jerome's got the lead up to 10 now for San Antonio.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Here he goes. Robinson with the block. Here's Jerome. Dick defending. Pass to Castle. Beyond the arc. Mobo with the rebound. Raptors have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Dick in the corner. Ingram outside. And here's Barrett. Goes up the baseline. Mobo can't hit. Knocked loose. Onside, Barrett. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his second.
It's on Mitchell Robinson.
Boy, look at how confident R.J. Barrett is on the interior, right in his sweet spot.
And so Barrett nails both of them. Doris, something R.J. Barrett can do well is put stress on that defense with his three-point shooting.
Well, he's a little bit of a streaky shooter, Kevin, but it never affects his confidence. This guy just keeps coming at you and keeps believing in himself. Historically, his shooting gets better over the course of a season.
Now here's Ingram. He's got 8. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6. Spurs leading by 6. Pass to Castle. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist. Giddey's got 3 assists now in this one. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. The Raptors making a switch here. Lawson's checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Ty Jerome. Here's Thunder. Lawson outside. And the 3 off target. The Spurs have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Back to Wembanyama. Jacks up a 3. Mobo with the rebound. Mobo's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after. The 3 is good, and he got fouled in the act of shooting. This could turn into a 4-point play.
And showing some strength on that finish. Dick is solid at converting there through contact.
Jerome, he's checked in for Josh Giddey. So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner 3 now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening.
And so here's Toronto following the 3-pointer by San Antonio.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball on the 3-point line.
Here's Castle. He's covered by Ingram. Jerome, no good. Raptors trail by 8. Lawson, playing the D from downtown. Robinson pulls it in.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Vassell. Traps in the tray. Vassell's got 11 points.
And there is no hesitation on Vassell's catch-and-shoot jumpers. Any sort of room, and he's letting it fly.
Pass to Mobo. Lawson outside. Here's Thunder. Just 5 on the clock. Dick with it. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Ingram. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Vassell. Rebound by the Raptors. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
And I think it was clear that their plan was to attack from the 3-point line, and it worked to perfection.
A natural born scorer. Ingram is a...
That'll be it for the first half. A fairly even battle underway in this one. Spurs lead by 2. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto.
59.
We'll get to the first half action in just a second, but first, let's take a look at where teams are sitting in the power rank.
Well, right now for the Spurs, hard to tell if this team has the drive that's needed to take to the next step. In fact, they're actually going the other direction.
They have talent, man, but they haven't been able to sustain that effort, and it feels like the guys are starting to get frustrated.
As we shift our focus now to the Spurs, it's a tight one after 2 quarters of play.
They're clicking from outside. Hard cuts to the ball and a few bone-jarring screens. Man, they have a high quality of look.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Johnson and Wembanyama make up the 4 and the 5. Castle is out there with Josh Giddey. And it's Vassell in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to Vassell. Wembanyama sets a screen for Vassell. Giddey, no one around him. No good on the 3. The Raptors shooting reasonably well, 45% for the lead. Yep, it counts. Dick's got 13.
Not just a jump shooter. It can operate inside that restricted area.
Johnson, a wide open look. Off target with his 3. Raptors with the lead. Barnes passes to Thunder. Back to Barnes. It's Ingram on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. Barnes can't get it to go. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. Pass to Castle. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. 10 points for him.
An emerging part of his game. Johnson's becoming a better playmaker.
Here's Thunder. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. From 13, and it's Ingram missing.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
His third personal foul. First team foul.
So it's San Antonio now. It's a 1-point game. Pass to Vassell. Vassell, a screen on Ingram. Kicks it out to Johnson. Now Giddey. Shoots the 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been 3s? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Giddey, no good.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
No way, says Wembanyama. Not on my one.
Here's Vassell. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. They're checked in for the Raptors. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And here's Barnes for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Barnes has got 10 points.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And here's Johnson outside. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 6 assists now in the game. Thunder passes to Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
Yeah, that's coming with force. R.J. Barrett, nothing you can do to stop that.
Spurs leading by 5. Pass to Castle. Vassell with it, and it's Giddey in the corner. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Wembanyama Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Barrett, no good. Spurs have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Castle misses. Raptors trail by 7. Pass to Barnes, and out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. The league's long-distance Bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
You take a look at Dick. He's all the way up there at number 2 in the voting for the three-point contest. Fans and the media know that he is one of the premier long-distance shooters in the league today.
And Kevin, not to take anything away from the other facets of his game, but let's face it, that three-point shooting is what puts him on a whole nother level.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
Pass to Castle. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. On Saturday, they'll take on Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Monday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Phoenix Suns.
And that game against the Knicks, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Walter can't get it to go. Spurs leading by 8. Johnson outside. Wembanyama outside. Vassell. And it's off from three-point range. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And again, Toronto no up. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Spurs. Inside. And Wembanyama with the flush.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Barnes with it. Defended by Giddey. Raptors moving the ball around. Pass to Walter. The three-pointer, no good.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And the foul on Jacoby Walter. Here's Vassell. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Vassell has got 27.
After taking some time to find his rhythm, he's been unstoppable since the break.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care.
Chin up.